By now, everybody know that angle is doing the targeting. But how does that actually work? How to get to the angle that's gonna do the proper targeting and find you people that are gonna buy your product? If that's something that interests you, tune into this video because I'm gonna give you a creative strategy masterclass. Let's dive in. So first of all, the most boring part but the crucial part is research. You want to analyze post-purchase survey, customer reviews, add comments, subreddits, and competitors. I'm gonna showcase you how to do each of these with different tools. Post-purchase survey, you can use NoCommerce or similar tool where you actually get the insights. You ask people specific questions. Hey, what did you bought? What specific competitors did you consider before? What almost stopped you from buying? Basically everything that you want to know. But even more powerful for me are customer reviews. You export them from your Shopify and then you import them. For example, I used a tool called Atria. Before that, I was using ChatGPT and asking the questions. But when I import them in Atria, I get a list of positive things and features, area for improvement, buyers motivators, use cases. So immediately I have research done. And why it's important? Because your customers are who you should speaking to. Basically, it's irrelevant what I think about my customer and what are their wants. It's important what they think. So when you go through these, you will find so much stuff that you can use in your ads. Even you can go here to break down and see what are the good things, what are the bad things, what they need to improve, and you get purchase motivators. So we realize that most people want to be stylish and have a functional sunglasses. Okay, and again here, purchase motivators. So this is the first angle that you want to tap in your ads. This is the first thing that you want to use because it has the highest chance of succeeding. Additional thing is that you go through your comments on your ads. In Ad Manage tool, I have an option to check the comments of all of my ads. So for example, you would go through these comments to kind of try to understand why people are buying. You can even sort these by positive, negative, different themes and types. But for example, I glance through those and I find something that kind of catches my eye. For example, here I noticed I get compliments every time I wear them. So okay, we're not just selling the glasses, we are selling, the feeling when you get complimented. It's a confidence. So you're not selling, hey, these are the best glasses that you can buy. You're selling something hey, feel more confident with these glasses, get more compliments. You go a bit more through those, you will find some additional things that you want to use in your ads. For example, here, I bought a pair for both for my daughter and myself. Okay, these guys have buy one get one offer. So what you want to do is when you're selling ad with that kind of offer, you use this sentence because, hey, why would people buy two sunglasses? Not necessarily they're gonna buy that because it could be a bit expensive, but hey, get one for yourself and one for your daughter for the price of one. That immediately speaks to the subset of people that are interested about buying and are probably buying it for themselves and for their daughter or for the mother. So immediately you tackle that potential objection, why I would need two glasses. When you go through these, you will find so much golden nuggets that you can use in your ads. But let's get back to the research. What you can do also is check subreddit. Basically, you go on Reddit, you find a theme of your either niche or your product or the people that have problem that your product is solving, or you can easily go to Atria and check competitors. For example, here we can type sunglasses. You get the list of the brands that are selling sunglasses. For example, I know D. Franklin, so I would go to their page and I would check okay, what kind of ads they're running. You can sort by most recent, longest running. Probably the longest running are the ones that are the best performers, and then you check those. Again, you can check what are top personas, top ad angles, top USP. Basically, you get all the research done in 30 minutes. Previously, it would take you a few hours. What is a cool thing about Atria, it also gives you ability to check their landing pages where they're running most of the traffic. For this product, for this brand, maybe that's not super crucial, but for all the brands that are into problem-solving product, this has way bigger impact because here, you can see that they have a lot of SKUs, so there's not one specific landing page they're using. But for example, I went to Jones Road Beauty and I checked okay, where they're running their ads. So I can see that this page is actually where they're running most of the traffic. That means that's probably their best performing product and best performing landing page. So if I'm in this niche and I want to have a landing page this is probably based on what I would model it. Not necessarily like, section by section, word by word, but actually how it looks, what it speaks about. You can go through each of your competitors and check their landing page, because there's gonna probably be some similarity. And this is probably honestly one of my best features in the world in this app. Okay, we now covered the learnings, but what to do with those learnings? We have some ideas, but how to transition and put that into an ad. So based on those research, you want to understand who your customers are. For example, through those research, we found out that who are some of our customers, not necessarily what they are, why they're buying, but like who they are. For example, we have a shoe brand that's selling mostly to nurses, because we realized they're spending 12 hours a day on their feet, so they need comfy shoes. We also found for another shoe brand that people who buy them are people who are traveling. They need their less weight in their suitcases, and these shoes were like super lightweight. Then we also find out for one supplement brand that was selling a coffee replacement drink, that it was perfect for people who are working in school and office workers who are working afternoon shifts, because they don't want to drink coffee in the afternoon because it affects their sleep. So this is a perfect replacement. Then we start using messaging: be more productive in your afternoon meetings, work 12-hour shift effortlessly. Basically, not just the messaging, but we also understood who our customers are. When you understand that, it's easy to craft an ad that's gonna speak to your customers. What you can also do is combine that learnings with proven concepts. So let's say on Creative OS or even on Atria, you have proven templates of other brands, but we go an extra step. And for example, I'm going to showcase you how it looks like for a div, what we did when we analyze those customer reviews, and then we combine it with the suggestions. You get a list of the things that brand needs to do. But for example, okay, one is a close-up. We found out that the quality and the details are super important to people that are buying sunglasses. So then we showcase like, okay, this is an example of the ad that we want you to recreate. It's a close-up, and then you always have multiple variations of the text above the image, because that increases your chances of finding a winning ad. Another is a collage. We found a lot of brands are running this kind of ad. So again, this is an inspiration. For example, this is a cool concept that we came up with, is when you're looking through the glasses and you actually see the environment, and then we suggested what the different examples could be. So when you have those learnings, you combine it with a specific proven templates of the ads. For example, us versus them. We know it's like mostly middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, but when you actually have benefits that are persuading people to buy, this is a super powerful concept. And obviously one of the basic ones is with the benefits. So the goal is to do the research, combine it with the proven ads templates to get actually proven concept that you can launch in your ad account and always have multiple variation. Once you have that and you get a couple of winners, first thing is as I said, do the statics, because it's cheapest and easiest to do the images compared to the videos. Once you have a traction that like, hey, whenever we are mentioning compliment, that's working, let's move that into video. Until you get a video from a creator, it could take some time. Until you find a creator, until you send the product, until you get that concept, until you edit it, it can pass a month. So what we usually do, we either do the mashups where we use just the B-rolls and we are mentioning that angle and those benefits, like the whole video would be about the compliments. Or for example, there's a tool Arcades where you can pick different avatars. For example, if I'm selling sunglasses to women, I'm going to probably pick this girl. You can filter by gender, you can filter by age, situation.
Hey you, welcome to Arcades. I'm one of the natural
when you hover
AI actors you can use for your ad.
You can hear what her voice is. So for example, if you want
create a
you just
script
select it. I already did
I scaled this DTC
one guy because I put a script that's aligned to me. So for example, if this is a guy that wants to sell to the other people who are into Ecom, it looks like some kind of freelancer to me. So I pick that, and you can again check.
I scaled this DTC brand to 8 figures. Here's what actually works.
Okay, so you can see I put a script, and then he tells that like it looks super real. There's no like additional bad movements or like that hands don't look properly, because these are actual real people. They're just leveraging the script. You can download it and then you can run the ad as it is, or you can put it as a B-roll and as a hook and a voiceover. Those are like two different things that we are using. Third is when we use a talking head. So basically we have a video with the sunglasses in the behind, but then we have a, talking head in front of the green screen. That's pretty much it. The last thing is when we have a couple of winning videos and we know the angles are working both for the images and for the videos, then we take that and we build a landing page, or we adjust the landing page to that angle. So if I'm speaking about confidence, then when you land on a product page, I'm going to mention confidence more than on a regular product page. Why? Because we know that's converting. Again, this makes more sense for the product that are problem solving, where you have specific angle, specific problem, and a specific avatar compared to sunglasses. But even for sunglasses, which is basic product, you can find an angle that's converting. So that's it, guys. Like, I know the research is super boring, but you have to do it. Once you combine it with the winning templates, go into the videos and adjust your landing page and crush. If you want someone like me to do this in your ad account, just book a call with me below or apply for a free audit, and see you later.